Hello from American Farm Products. Today we will be going over our silage intro course. First, we will start with what is silage. Silage is the fermented feed that results from the storage of plant material in silos, storage bags, bunkers, or covered piles. It is the way a farmer can harvest a crop and store it for feeding animals with a minimum loss of nutrients and dry matter value. Usually the material to be ensiled is chopped into small pieces and put into storage at a specific moisture to facilitate good packing. If this is done correctly, oxygen is used up. Once the oxygen is gone, lactic acid bacteria begin converting plant sugars to lactic acid. As lactic acid is produced, pH goes down, and this process will eventually stabilize the plant material until it can be fed. What is fermentation? Fermentation is an anaerobic process, no oxygen present. In fermentation, simple sugars are converted to an X product, primarily lactic acid. The process is carried out by a variety of organisms, each dominating the process in turn or succession. In the case, the most important microorganisms are the lactic acid-producing bacteria. They ingest simple sugars and excrete lactic acid as waste product. If this is done quickly and in sufficient quantities, much of the dry matter and energy value of the crop can be preserved. Normal fermentation first stage, lag phase, oxygen present. The bad guys break down and eat complex sugars and create simple sugars, food for the good guys. This is a good thing. They also eat sugars and produce heat, ammonia, water, and CO2. This is a bad thing. The lag phase is when silage shrinks, fiber levels go up, and energy levels go down. This is a bad thing. Normal fermentation, second stage. Oxygen is used up, and the bad guys are dead, and true fermentation begins. The good guys get to work eating the simple sugars created by bad guys and create lactic acid. As more lactic acid is produced, the pH level drops. At a pH of 4.2, the pH is too low for bacterial activity, silage is stable, and the fermentation is finished. This process normally takes 21 to 30 days. Silage undergoes these changes during normal fermentation. Loss of dry matter, loss of energy, or megacals as heat is produced. Heat binds protein and makes it indigestible for animals. Fiber levels, ADF and NDF, go up, causing intake and digestibility to go down. Heat, water, CO2 are all negative effects on silage. They cause a waste of energy, loss in dry matter, and a loss of nutritional value. Heat binds protein and makes it indigestible for animals. How does Silage Pro affect fermentation? The key to good silage is management. If a harvest is properly managed, the loss of nutrition can be kept to 10%, well below the normal level of 12 to 20%. When silage heats, energy is lost and proteins are made unavailable for digestion. Silage Pro completes the fermentation process rapidly, which keeps heating to a minimum and stops unnecessary losses. Silage Pro also changes the way that silage ferments, making more nutrients immediately available to lactic acid bacteria. The increased activity of these bacteria creates a sudden drop in pH, which in turn inhibits the harmful bacteria that cause nutrition losses. By taking control of the fermentation process, the silage producer has more silage to feed, has higher quality silage with more available protein and energy, and requires less supplement to build a balanced ration. Silage Pro fermentation. Silage Pro contains enzymes and homofermentative bacteria for the good guys. Enzymes instantly release simple sugars for the good guys. Lactic acid production starts quickly. Silage Pro fermentation features revolutionary improvements in reduction of dry matter losses, energy losses, and heat generation. Silage Pro decreases bound protein, while maintaining nutritional value. Silage Pro. Fast fermentation, fully fermented in just 96 hours. Cut your shrink percentage by 40%, prevent heat damage, higher feed intake, better body scores, lower cost rations.